Hey, happy Hopefield Friday to you. I'm coming to you from down at the new pond. I put a video on way back early in the spring when this was dry and didn't have just made, didn't have any water in it. Now it's about filled up, and I've got solar set up behind me here that I've been hooking up this week to be able to pump water uphill so we can feed water cattle in the area that they're pinned in to feed. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about starting something. And last week we talked about failing forward or not being afraid to fail. And this is one of those things, or some of those things that we've done on the farm that's been kind of different. We do rotational grazing, and so the cattle are pinned in an area for a day with a temporary electric fence, just a poly wire. They get trained to it really fast, and so they stay in easily. But all that was new. I'd never done that before. I'd never messed with solar pumps before, solar panels or a pumping system. I'd done a lot of irrigation, so I knew a little bit about how to run water. And so those are things that kind of gave me pause, and I reached out to a lot of different people to get some information and some ideas about how to implement and what needed to be done first, and what was the most important things, because there were so many things that were just totally outside my thinking. And I don't know about you, but when I'm faced with a decision like that and there's so many unknown parameters, sometimes it gives me so much pause that I won't, it's just like confusing, and I get I want to do all the analysis, and you've heard of paralysis analysis, and that's kind of where I get to on it. But today I wanted to talk to you about starting it. If you got something that is in the back of your mind that you've thought about before, and you thought, well, someday or sometime, or that would be good in the future, or that might be something that I'll do down the road, think about starting that, especially if it keeps coming up to you, because it's taking up space. It's actually on the hard drive of your mind, and it may be on the RAM of your mind, and that's causing you to give up a little bit of mental real estate. Why not go for it? Why not start it? Why not take that thing that you've been thinking about and just do it? There's you might fail, like we talked about last week, and there might be aspects of it that doesn't work, but more than likely you'll learn so much if you do have a failure that you'll bounce right back, like, oh my gosh, all I needed to do was this and it'll work. And just wanted to come by and really encourage you in that. One thing about hooking this up, and it's not finished, that's why there's stuff all over the place out here, but it come with a motor and a pump controller, and those are kind of, I've never messed with those before, and I hooked it up yesterday and I couldn't get any water out of it, and I was like, well, shoot, wonder what is wrong. I thought about it a little bit last night, and then my wiring, I thought, well, maybe I had a wire hooked up wrong that I thought was right. But if you just look at that from yesterday's standpoint, you're like, well, that's a failure. You spent all this time and money and it doesn't work. But it's mechanical, and I knew something was just not quite right, so I come down, tweaked it this morning. Thing works great. I don't know if I had something hooked up wrong yesterday or not, because I hooked everything and just went back, started over on my list of what I was supposed to do first. But anyway, it worked out, and more than likely this thing will work for a really long time and not really need a lot of maintenance on it. You may have the same kind of idea. You may have something that's really going in your mind, and I just want to encourage you to go out and get after it, get it done, ship it, send it, start it, whatever it is. but get it going. So anyway, just wanted to come by and encourage you in that today. Hope you have a great weekend. Starting off kind of cold. We're looking for a little bit of snow here this weekend, so stay bundled up, stay safe, and we'll catch you down the road.